to begin? All right, well, I'm ready to begin. Let's start off with letting you know I stand here as a citizen of Ohio myself, and with deep sympathy for the losses that we have had with this incident down the Ohio River. Governor Kasich has been concerned about the safety and well-being as well, and we've kept him apprised of things that have been going on. And the affected areas are Belmont, Jefferson, Monroe, and Washington counties. Regret that there's been 3 lives lost in this disaster. So far what we know is there was a woman that had been swept away by the current. These are confirmed deaths by the coroner, the only 3 that we have that are confirmed. The 85-year-old that had a heart attack, and a man had drowned in his vehicle. So the National Guard has been mobilized. The governor has issued a state of emergency. We're providing support to the counties down there. The local EMA office on the ground is the ones handling the actual emergency response. With them handling that, we've also got the emergency responders down there, the local fire and EMS and EMAs down there. At the state level, we have sent down the PUCO to help with the power issue. There had been some reports of houses that maybe had some fires with some of the flooding, so the PUCO folks down there can help on the ground to get the power shut off and restored. There's not been an evacuation issued, nor do we anticipate one at the state level. The counties themselves have issued a voluntary evacuation. I guess it's not actually an evacuation, it's them saying if you need assistance getting out of your residence, we will help provide that. The local schools and the county transportation folks have provided their vehicles to our disposal to help with the assistance. There's a larger elderly population in the area. We've gone ahead and helped with them. We've set up our call line, which is our 1-800-111-9999. So that's available at our website at ema.ohio.gov. We've kept everybody apprised of what's been going on via our Twitter and Facebook, and we encourage anybody to keep up with the updates. Some rumors and things that have been going on out there, and that's the most up-to-date information. Like I said, ema.ohio.gov is where we're putting all of our press releases and information as it comes in. So that's your source of the official information that is being released by the EMA. So the governor and the director of public safety have vowed that they're going to work the best they can with the local EMA and provide them support on things that they need. And once again, wanted to pass along the plan to help with the victims and the families and help provide counseling things. The Red Cross has set up 27 shelters in the areas, giving you a press kit with some information about flooding and flood safety. One of the important things that we want to get out there is turn around, don't drown. If you come across roadways where you're trying to evacuate to leave the area, go ahead and go back the other direction. You don't want to cross any places, although it does appear that it's maybe a minor water. Once you get over there, it just takes a little bit of water to swipe your vehicle away. There's down power lines possibly. I want to let everybody know to stay in your vehicles. With down power lines, we don't want you getting out, and call 911 from your vehicle if you have any emergency needs. We'll try to get people out there to the best of the abilities. The river had crested 17 foot, and it is now receding. The media had reported some concern about the dam that was down in that area. The Ohio Corps of Engineers have looked at the issue and monitored this. They have more up-to-date information on the mitigation plans. However, they said that the dam is not at cause for concern of breaking or anything of the sort, and never did, and that they're keeping up with it. So we'll monitor that as well, but the water itself is receding back down. So the governor and the state EMA here will help to the process of the evacuations and such, and helping to get people back into their homes. The local Red Crosses are able to provide assistance. assistance cards, financial assistance and things like that, and help with the damage assessment and recovery. So that so far is the information that we have. I'll take some questions now. Go ahead.
Tamara from CNN. I was curious to know, do you consider the situation under control at this point?
At this point, it appears that everything is under control. From the state level, we've managed things very effectively and is under control. It's been escalated at the county level. It's not actually ever gone to the state level. The governor has issued a state of emergency for the purposes of being able to provide resources as the county needs them. So far, they've not requested very many resources. So we feel that the situation is being maintained very well.
You had mentioned that you were doing a lot of extra steps to help the elderly, but what about people that are disabled or the Spanish-speaking population? Are you doing anything for them?
We are. We have any of the elderly, any of the people with disabilities. The transportation folks have special wheelchair-equipped vehicles that they're able to assist with evacuations. And I see evacuations as in they're leaving their house. It's not an evacuation. We're not ordering, the county has not ordered an evacuation. But any of those folks that need that can contact their local EMA office. They can give us a call. They can go to the website. All our information has been put on the website. It's been in Spanish and English. We've reached out to other media outlets, Univision and such, working on getting the medias themselves to get the information put on their website, linked to our website, so they can get the information out.
So those with hearing impairments or?
Hearing impairment, we have.
How are we reaching those populations?
We've also done a reverse 911, which doesn't necessarily apply to those with hearing impaired. However, the TDUI, yes, the information, they've been able to get in contact with those folks. A lot of family and relatives that have hearing impaired or special needs individuals have contacted us and the EMA, and they've sent out their local fire, EMS crews and such to go to the residents and see if they need any assistance, to let them know what's been going on. Go ahead.
With the repeated flooding in those areas down in southern Ohio, it doesn't appear that those counties have the capability to handle this level of response.
Well, the counties themselves have been doing a very effective job at handling the situation. They work with the Army Corps of Engineers and set up a mitigation plan in the event that something happens. The OSANCA has been working diligently as well. They're the ones that monitor the waterways, and the EPA is down there as well. The situation, as I said, is very well maintained at this point. And since they're down there on the river, they have local emergency operation plans to assist with this. And I think as an effective position on that, they haven't asked us for a whole lot at the state level. So I think that shows that they've done a very good job at the local level.
In an earlier interview, your PIO actually mentioned that this being an election year, the money, the state purses would be kind of strapped. Is that impeding your response to the locals? Are you just saying that the locals aren't requesting anything because we really don't have the money to respond?
Well, financially speaking, politics doesn't have anything to do with the safety and well-being of the individuals, whether it's an election year or whether it's anything political.
Sure, but your public information officer said that in an earlier interview.
Well, the indication was from some of the media outlets that had requested information on that and had said maybe that was something going on. So the PIO had maybe discussed that a little bit, but that has nothing to do with the actual incident itself.
So how much will this cost the state?
The state is not aware at this point. I don't know. I can get back to you, follow up with that once we get in some of the numbers and get information from the county themselves.
Do you feel like anybody's made mistakes in this response?
There have been amazing individuals who have stepped forward. VOED has set up a volunteer resource center. The community has supported everybody very effectively. And I don't, at this point, know of any mistakes ultimately when the incident is done.
I'm sorry, what is VOED?
VOED is the voluntary organization recovery.
Active in disaster.
Active, there you go. I've just learned what that was just a little bit ago, actually. So when somebody had suggested that, but they work with a lot of faith-based organizations and churches and things that make donations to kind of help lessen the burden on the financial part of things. So they've done a great job as well. And what was the second part of your question?
No, she
Well,
asked
you've
about the-
mentioned the Corps of Engineer giving it the A-OK as far as the dams, but, I mean, is that really the end all? I mean, just the Corps giving it? I mean, a lot of times people aren't exactly, they don't get a comfort level with the Corps saying it's okay. Should we have additional federal assistance coming in or federal agencies coming in to re-examine the dams just to make sure that everything is safe?
The Army Corps of Engineers is the individuals that provide the resources. The dams that are built are there, they're the ones that maintain the dams, and they're the experts of
Right, but
the
history
dams.
has shown that they're not necessarily the ones that we should trust.
Well, they've done an amazing job for us, and ultimately they're the ones that, like I said, maintain the dams, and we feel that they're doing a very effective job. The local area individuals, the EMAs and such, feel that they're doing a great job, and I have no reason whatsoever to doubt or have any reservations.
So the
about
citizens
that.
of the state of Ohio should rest easy.
They very much should. Have any other questions? Well,
Mhm.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.